Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the practice coding questions for TCS Ninja hiring for 2022 batch. Guys, this is part 6 of this series. Part 1 to 5 has already been uploaded on my channel. Guys, part 1 to 5 have been uploaded in this TCS Ninja hiring coding questions playlist of my channel. So guys, if you haven't seen these parts till now, make sure that after watching this video, you watch all these parts also. The link of this playlist I will give in the description box or in the I button. So make sure that you do check all these videos which are present in this playlist. Guys, if you are new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. All the links of the Telegram groups are given in the description box. Make sure that you join them because I post regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so the question here is, in a shop, every item has an alphanumeric code printed on the label. Each consecutive sequence of digits in the code is to be read as multi-digit number. The selling price of the product is the sum of the numbers in this code. Okay, you are given the alphanumeric code for an item as string str. Your task is to compute the selling price of the item. So I know guys, you didn't get the question by just reading the question. Now let's see the test cases for better understanding. See, what will be the input? Input will be the alphanumeric code. Now in this alphanumeric code, some will be the alphabets and some will be the digits. Now this selling price is hidden inside this alphanumeric number only. Now how we will be finding the selling price of this item? This will be equivalent to the sum of all the numbers which are present inside this code. But here is one catch, that is the numbers that are consecutive, that is like here it is 2 3. So the numbers that are consecutive will be treated as multi-digit number. That is, it is not 2 and 3, it is not 2 and 3 separate, but it is 23 because they are consecutive. So therefore it is 23. Now the selling price will be the sum of all such numbers which are present in this alphanumeric input. So what all numbers are present? 1 is 23 and 1 is 1 only. So 1 plus 23 is 24. So therefore the output is 24. So I hope the test case is clear to you. Now if you want more such test case, let's suppose we just form a number like 12 DFER 34 and let's suppose SW1. Now what will be the selling price here? It will be 12 because these numbers are consecutive. 12 plus 34 plus 1. That will be equivalent to what? It will be equivalent to 46 plus 1, that is 47. So the selling price of this item will be 47. So now I hope that reading this question, reading these test cases, the question is clear to you. Guys, since it is a TCS Ninja exam, that is of the package 3.36 LPA, so as the coding questions will not be that difficult, they will be basic coding questions only. So now I hope the question is clear to you. Now let's see the approach of this question, like how we will be solving this question. Now see, this is our string that is given to us, that is 2 3 A J K L 1 2 A. Now this is the string that is given to us. Now what will be the output? It will be 23 plus 12, that is 45. So our answer will be 45 will be the selling price of this item. Now how we will do it? What we'll do, we will simply iterate over the input string one by character. Okay, so we will simply iterate over the string character by character. Now what we'll do, we will take two variables. One variable will be the name num, and this num will be storing the current number formed so far. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Like here it will be 23. Next time when we'll go, it will be 12. So these 23 and 12 are need to be stored in a particular variable. So that's why we will be taking this num variable. It will be initialized with 0, or you can say, let's say cnum. Cnum is the current number because this 23 is one number. It will be stored one time, it will be stored in cnum. Next time 12 will be stored in cnum. Okay, so now this is the current number. Now the second variable that we are going to take is the final answer. Why final answer? Because see, once we have got 23, now we have to add this 23 into the total answer. Then again when we are getting 12, then we have to add this 12 into the total answer, giving us the final selling price of this alphanumeric code. So final answer will be 23 plus 12, that will be 45. This is our expected output. Now what we'll do, we'll simply iterate over this string. See, in the end of the day it is a string only. So what we'll do, we'll simply iterate over this string character by character. Now these are if conditions. Now see what we'll do. If our current character, that is str of I, if our current character is a digit, that is this if condition. If our current character is a digit, then what we'll do, str of I greater than equal to 48 and str of I is less than equal to 57. if this condition is satisfied, it means that the current it means the current character is a number. Then what we'll do, we will simply add this number into the CNUM. How we will add? Using this formula, CNUM is equal to CNUM into 10 plus STR of I minus 0. Let's just see. CNUM is currently 0. Now we have encountered a number. Now we have to add this number into this CNUM. How we'll do? CNUM is equal to CNUM into 10. So CNUM currently is 0. So 0 into 10 plus STR of I minus 0. Why STR of I minus 0? See, since it is a character, we cannot add a character into an integer. So we have to first convert the character into an integer. Then we have to add that integer into this CNUM. So what is our STR of I? STR of I is 2. That is the 2 character. Minus, we are subtracting it from the 0th character. So what it will give? 2 character minus 0 character will give us 2. So this is our final output. Now what we once we have solved this equation, what will be our CNUM? What will be a new CNUM? It will be equivalent to 2. Now the role of this character is over. What we'll do? We will simply go to next. We will simply go to next character. Now since again this if condition will be fulfilled, because we know that 3 will lie in between this range. So it means that character 3 is a number. So again what we'll do? We will do CNUM is equal to CNUM into 10 plus STR of I minus 0. So CNUM currently is 2. So 2 into 10 plus STR of I, that is 3, minus, we will subtract 0 from here. We'll subtract 0 from here, it will give us 3. So now what will we get? 20 plus 3, that is 23. Now our CNUM is 23. Now this if condition part is over. Now what we'll do? We will move to the next character. Now this if condition will not be fulfilled, because we know that a is not a number, and this if condition will not be fulfilled. So if this if condition is not getting fulfilled, then we will move to else condition. Now what we'll do in else condition? We will do final answer plus is equivalent to CNUM. So our final answer currently is 0. In this final answer we will add 23. That is our CNUM. We will add CNUM, that is 23. Now see, what was our current number? Our current number was 23, but now we have encountered a character, that is an alphabet. We have encountered an alphabet. It means now our CNUM will become 0, because now CNUM represents the current number. Now current number is over, because current number was here till here only. Now it has encountered an alphabet. When it has encountered the alphabet, it means our current number is over. Now it will be initialized to 0. So first we have added the CNUM value into our final answer, like in this here, and then we have made CNUM is equivalent to 0, because now our current number has become 0, and once again when we will encounter a number, it will once again carry a value. Now the role of A is over. Now this if is else is over. Now it will move to next character. Again J will not fulfill this if condition. Now else condition will run. That is again final answer plus is equivalent to CNUM. So our CNUM is 0. Final answer is 23. 23 plus 0 is 0, and again CNUM will become equivalent to 0. So again the value of CNUM will become equivalent to 0. Now again this condition is done. Now again it will move to K. Again else condition will run. Again we will add CNUM into the final answer. Again 23 plus 0 is 0, and again we will initialize CNUM with 0. So CNUM is equivalent to 0. Again we will move to next character. Again same thing will happen. CNUM will become equal to 0, and it will be added to the final answer. Now again we will move to the next number. Now see, now again if condition, now if condition will run. Till now else condition was running. Now again if condition will run. So we know that 1 will lie in this if condition, and it will return true. So again we will do CNUM is equal to CNUM into 10. So 0 into 10 plus STR of I, that is 1, minus 0. So it will give us, in the end it will give us 1 only. So now our CNUM has become 1. So this if condition is fulfilled for this particular character. Now again it will move to next character. Now it has encountered 2. Again 2 is a number. So again 1 into 10 plus character of 2 minus character 0. That will give us, now that will give us 22. Oh sorry, 12. It will give us 12. So now it will become 12. Now the role of this 2 is over. Now again it will move to next A. Now again it will move to next A. So now A. Now if condition will not run, because we know that A does not fall between 48 and 57. So else condition will run. So now it means that our current number is over. Now what we'll do, we'll simply add our final answer. We will add CNUM into final answer. So final answer is was 23. We will add CNUM into it. 23 plus 12 is 40. Oh sorry, 35. 35. So 23 plus 12 is 35. Now this has been done. Again we will initialize CNUM with 0. So CNUM has been initialized with 0, and again we will move towards this next step, and this entire string is over. Now our final answer is 35. We will simply print 35. So I hope this was the entire approach. Now I hope the approach is clear to you. Now I will be writing the code for the same, so have a look at that also. Guys, if you are finding this video informative, please like the video, and if you haven't subscribed this channel till now, please subscribe it. And guys, make sure to watch all these 5 videos that are present in this playlist after watching this video. Now I have already written the code for you. Okay, so first of all, we will be taking input as string, that is string str, cin str. Then we will take in 2 variables as I have told you earlier, that is CNUM, that will store current number, and final answer that will be equivalent to initialize with 0. Now what we have to do, we will be using a for loop for iterating over the string. Now while iterating over the string, we will encounter 2 conditions: whether the current character is a number or the current character is not a number. So if the current character is a number, then we will do this step. That is, I have already told you earlier, that is CNUM is equal to CNUM into 10 plus current character minus 0. If the current character is a number, then this if condition will run. Now if the current character is not a number, then this else condition will run. That is, our final answer plus is equal to CNUM, and CNUM is equal to 0. So I have explained this entire logic in the approach. If you did not understand it, please watch it once more, you will understand it clearly. So once this for loop is over, what we'll do, we will again we will add final answer plus is equal to CNUM. Now why we are adding this? Why we were adding this? See, here in the end it was A, but let's suppose in the end it was 3. So once we are when we are at this character, our CNUM was containing 12. Now this if condition will run, and this 3 will be added to this number, it will become 123. Now this if condition is over, this will move to next pointer, and now our for loop will break, and it will come out of the loop. So if we will not add the current number in the end, after the loop also, then this CNUM will be lost. So therefore, after the end of the for loop, we are once again adding this current number into our final answer, and in the end we are simply printing out Cout final answer. So I hope the entire code is also clear to you. So guys, in this video I have tried to explain you the question with the help of the examples, then I have told you the approach of this question, and then I have tried to write down the code for the same. So I hope you understood the entire thing, and guys, please hit the like button, and guys, please make sure to share this video as much as you can, because the TCS Ninja exam is coming. So many of you were having doubt at which type of questions will be asked. So make sure that to share this video with your friends, and guys, thank you for watching it.